Hi again, everyone. Welcome back to Shining Empathy. My name is Joel, and this is your full moon reading for Friday, June 9th, 2017. Not much to brush up on, I don't think, that I can think of anyway. I'm going to throw it out there that if anyone does have anything they want to add between the moon cycles and these moon phases that they think I should actually add as kind of summaries in these videos, please go ahead and throw it into the comments and let me know. I'd appreciate that. Thank you. But just to fill everyone in who has never seen these before, doesn't know how the moon cycles work. So the full moon is about things kind of coming to a peak / close. All the energy that's been sort of building, all the creativity, and that whole process, that whole creative process that started with the new moon, which is beginnings and new intentions. And all that process leads up to the full moon, which is the peak. And so we're feeling that, that's kind of what that burst of energy is at the full moon. It's that peak of energy of just like, do it, do it, do it. It's much more of the do energy than just sort of the come up with the idea energy that sort of comes along with the new moon. So it's a lot more action that seems to happen during the full moon. So let's see what the cards have in store to tell us about this full moon and what's been going on, where it's leading us. Just gonna ask the cards that these messages for everyone who's watching this video. Okay. All right, I'm gonna pan you guys down here until probably right about there. All right. Let's see what the cards have in store for us. It's an interesting set of cards here. So I'm going to go through here and just kind of add any more details to the card on top as I go. And yeah, I'll explain each spot as I go as well. So the first card here is sort of like the root of our situation, okay? Sort of where everything is coming out of. Whereas this next card is going to be what is the catalyst for the situation, what was directly the feeder of the energy, what caused the situation to begin the growth. But right in the center of everything here, we have contract. This can mean a few different things. I find this is a little bit like a justice card with the woman holding the scales and she's blindfolded, sort of like karma, blind justice, things kind of being dealt as they need to be, whether your karma is good or bad. It's coming your way and it's your karma. The fact that it's more like this card tends to lean more towards contract does tend to lean more towards the idea of putting your name to something. Signing a lease, rental agreement, new business contract, maybe a new home, marriage. It can mean all of those things. Let's have a peek at the next card and see what the filler is here. All right, so there's much more connection to the higher self here with this. Whatever this contract is, or whatever this karma that's being dealt out here, it's directly connected to the higher self. So you could kind of think of it like the higher self has called this opportunity to you. If it's a new contract opportunity, even if it's karma that's kind of coming your way right now, the higher self is calling this to you for a reason right now, okay? Goddess of the Moon is very much our connection to our higher selves, our connection to our intuition, just those higher energies, all right? And it's right in this card here. So it's interesting to see I find this to be almost like a very worldly card. I think of it almost like I look at that card and I see court, I see the things that are sort of like in our mundane real world in a sense. And this is sort of a very extreme opposite here, but opposites don't necessarily contradict, they can actually complement, right? So let's move on and see what else the cards have to say. Our catalyst here was the need for personal happiness. We are moving towards getting more personal happiness for ourselves. Maybe we needed more healing. We were in a place where just something hadn't healed and we really needed to work on that. Let's see what else it says. So it looks like we have taken action, assisted action, and I think this card came up in our last reading about how we would need to take action, but it would need to be assisted action. We would need to ask for help. We'd done all the planning, we'd done everything we needed to do, but we just weren't taking the action that we needed to take, whether it was for resources, just for friendly encouragement, support, etc. Whatever it was we needed to ask for it. And it looks like we have done that. It looks like we've taken the action, assisted action, that we need to move towards this personal happiness and healing. That was the direct catalyst that got this moving here, this opportunity, okay? And I do see this as an opportunity card for this reading here, okay? So some kind of opportunity or something has come along that is directly influenced by us taking this action. And I think that even makes more sense as to why it's connected to our higher selves. When we do something that's much more for our true personal happiness and for our healing, that comes from a place of our higher selves. So let's move on to the bottom card here. This is the area in this cycle, this kind of time period that we're talking about here. This is the area that's received the most growth. And the temple path simply means that it's like our spiritual path. What we came here to do, sort of our purpose in this life, the things that we came here to do, our mission. And by the looks of it, that has received a lot of growth for this cycle. And that's backed by either being in a position or feeling the need to be in a position of confidence, stability. This guy here, he's financially minded. I mean, you can see him holding the coin there, but he is laying on the ground. He's grounded. He's kind of centered, but he's not like the lover in the sense that he's not so emotionally based. He's very worldly based, but it's because of that he's very good at his sort of getting his basic needs met, the things that he physically needs in this world. And I feel like either we have channeled this or we've been needing more of this in our lives, and that's been really pushing the growth towards our temple path here, towards our purpose, all right? Over to the side here, this is our challenge spot, and our greatest challenge is Magician in the Mirror. Knowing that everything that we do, that we create, okay, first of all, that we have the power to create, that every moment, every thought we think, everything we say, everything we do is part of the creation process in this reality. And as we create, everything that we create is a reflection of ourselves. And we are having trouble with the idea that we have the power to create what we want, or we are not seeing ourselves being reflected in it. There's something that we have created, everything that we've created, I should say, that is reflecting something about ourselves that maybe we're not seeing. Let's see what the cards have to say. So it sounds like there's a lot of stress and anxiety wrapped up in this as well. Literal, and I mean this card is quite literally anxiety. One thing to know about this card though, even though it can be kind of scary for some people, is that, I don't know if you can see the storm clouds out there. Like any storm, an emotional state passes. It passes just like the weather. It can sit for quite a while, sometimes even days, okay? Or longer, but it does pass. The weather eventually changes, the sun comes out, okay? But whatever it is that you're anxious about, scared about, stressed about, whatever that is connected to this creation process, the idea that you don't maybe have the power to create or do what you want to do or need to do for yourself. Or what you're seeing reflected back is maybe scaring you. Either way, that is our biggest challenge. This is actually a very powerful little spot here this week, and it's really charged with energy here. Right from the magician, who, we think about magicians having a lot of power. Literally, I cast a spell and boom, make it happen. And then there's also this anxiety card, which carries a lot of weight with it, and the lightning storm outside here, which carries a lot of electricity. Again, a lot of power, a lot of charge to it. All right, so we're definitely feeling this spot this week, this challenge. In our opportunity spot, this is sort of, it's called the flowering spot. I always think of it as our place of opportunity, a gate that we can pass through, a door that we can open. There is an opportunity here for us to get outside of our safe zone. We always have the potential and the opportunity to do so, but there's something right now that's happening right now in our lives that is giving us a little bit more maybe motivation, or sort of maybe taking us by the hand, if you will, and taking us to that gate and getting us to get outside of our safe place, our little sanctuary. Those sanctuaries are necessary at times because we need to have our safe place to come back to, but right now maybe isn't the time to just like cocoon in that sanctuary. The thinking man is one of the biggest influences in the garden here. This could either mean that there's a person who represents now, if this is a person in your life who's directly affecting you and pushing you to kind of get out of your comfort zone, he would be very much like a teacher. He can be very obsessively focused on things and not maybe pay attention to you so much, or maybe he's obsessively focused on you, who knows. But whoever this is, he's very intellect based, okay? He's not very emotional in that sense. He's just very, very intellectual. Great conversationalist, but very obsessively focused, I say. So whether this is you in this position this week, or for this full moon, that's giving you more of that focus that you need to maybe venture outside of your safe zone, or maybe this is a person in your life who's giving you that little extra push to get out. Whatever this is for you, the thinking man for this full moon is what's helping you get out of that sanctuary, okay? Let's look at the top card. This is our strength for this full moon, Angel of Balance. So it sounds like when I see the balance card in strength, it just sort of tells me that maybe we are in a better state of balance, maybe more than we realize. It could mean that maybe we're not struggling to make certain things happen in terms of finances, bills, that we normally would, or maybe things are just settled down in other areas in terms of friends, lovers, whatever it is, but maybe there's more balance than we realize is in the situation at the moment, and that's actually a strength for us right now, so that we can focus on the things we really need to focus on. Connected to the third chakra, that's kind of cool. Especially in the strength spot, I don't see this as a closed chakra. This is actually, the third chakra is our place of power, our own personal self-power. It's our place of motivation. It's the place where we get stuff done. It can also be a bit of I mean, the stomach itself is our fear center, in the sense that when we're in that fight or flight response, that signal is usually coming from the stomach, right? We even feel that fight or flight response coming from our gut, like, I must run. But I don't see that here this week necessarily. I see this connected much more to, we're connecting to our own personal power, and it's because we're in that state of balance, we're able to tap into that personal power this week, okay? All right, so for the very final card here, this is the fruit of our labor. Basically, maybe you could even look at it as the rewards we reap, the rewards that we reap for the hard work we put in, or just simply the outcome card. However you want to look at this. But what's coming, and what this is all leading to, is rest and rejuvenation. A period of literally just like kind of stopping and getting the R&R that you need, maybe that you deserve. It can also be a time of introspection, but that would often come up with, if that were the case, it would probably come up with the yin and yang card. So let's see what the next card is. Okay, so it looks like we're gonna need that rest and rejuvenation, because the hostilities card, which is our direct aggressive action card, it means that we've had to take direct aggressive action. So not surprised that this is coming up beside our own personal power. Sometimes that's the time that we have that we feel, okay, I can finally take action. I feel my power. I feel like I can do this. So I'm going to take action, and we do it. But we are going to need that rest and relaxation that's coming for us afterwards, okay? So again, we have sort of a contrasting cards here that feel almost like they contradict each other, but maybe they're actually complementing us. So the action is coming, or we've taken the action, and it is time coming up to just stop, relax, regenerate, rejuvenate. All right? Now let's go ahead and see what the final message from Spirit is. All right, so the woman holding heart, I think of this also like the Divine Mother card. This is the nurturing card. This is Spirit's way of saying, don't forget to nurture yourself. Don't forget to give yourself the love and care that you deserve. This could also be, for some of you, a message, get in touch with your mothers, quite literally. If you haven't spoken to them in a while, just reconnect with that nurturing, caring mother energy, okay? But more specifically, I think for this full moon, do not forget to give yourself the love and nurturing that you need and deserve, okay? All right. There. So, that is your full moon reading for tomorrow, well, for June 9th, Friday. So I hope you enjoyed the reading. I hope you got some messages from it that came through for you. And if you like this video, I know I say this every time, please go ahead and like the video. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, Shining Empathy. And there's lots of other videos in the collection at this point. It's been around for a little bit now. There's some guided meditation. There's videos on certain subject matter, like just talking about dark energy, dark entities. There's also a video I did on anxiety and depression. So if you didn't know about those, and if those sound like they might interest you, please go ahead and check those out. You can also check me out on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Shining Empathy. And that's about it. So until the next new moon in a couple of weeks, I will see you guys then. Love and light to you all. Bye for now, everyone.